was blocked. Another one shanked because of a bad snap. But he's back to his old style.
All right, welcome back to BustNHeads Boxing. All right, I'm Darrell, and this is Will. All right, and now we're gonna talk about Haye against Klitschko. What is this? I just can't believe this guy. But hey, what's your take on this Haye Klitschko fight?
I think they're moving Haye a little bit too fast in the heavyweight division. They're thinking that Vitaly's old, but after watching what he did to Samuel Peter, I beg to differ in a huge way. And given David Haye's history of not really being able to take a punch, I mean, the guy got knocked down by Monty Barrett, I believe.
Right.
How does he expect to get in there and stand in front of Vitaly Klitschko and be able to take a clean punch? Like, I know Haye is pretty slick. I like his boxing skill, but I don't think he has the chin to stand in there with either Klitschko brother, because both of them have extremely heavy hands, and it only takes one punch in the heavyweight division, and you have to be able to take that one punch. And I just don't know if David Haye has been in the division long enough to be able to take that punch. I think they need to move him along in this division, similar to the way Chris Arreola is being brought up.
Right.
Even though that might be due to the fact that he's so lazy when it comes to
training. Right.
But I'll tell you, I'm rooting for David Haye because he's the breath of fresh air I think that the heavyweight division needs. Like, he's a pretty boy, you know.
A Bender Holyfield type.
Yeah, he has that star quality about him that could bring more positive attention to the heavyweight division, where he can be a draw without fighting that many big name fighters, similar to Mike Tyson. Like, Mike Tyson wasn't really fighting a lot of name guys, but he was so exciting to fight.
Yep.
To watch fight himself, that it didn't matter who he was fighting.
Man, we're looking at David Haye is only 6'3". His last fight he fought at 215. 215, man. And Klitschko is 6'7.5", fighting at 247. My goodness, man. And we're talking about a guy at that height who can really who can utilize the jab very well. And I think he will have no problem with David Haye. And I'm looking at a quick stoppage on this one. I mean, he just going to pound him to death because he really, just like you said, he really hasn't showed any chin whatsoever. And I'm looking at him, once he get hit, how's he going to take it? And I agree with you. The heavyweight division is quite dead. And they're looking for somebody to put some voodoo magic to bring that division back to life. But unfortunately, I don't think that's David Haye at this time. Maybe
later. He's still young.
Well, not even later, man, because I really don't think he's tall enough or big enough.
No, you can't say that. The guy is 6'3". He's still young, so the older he gets, he's gonna put more weight on. He's gonna fill into his body, so to speak. The problem is he's not really being groomed because I think he was already a champion.
He's 28, man.
But that's the Klitschko is 37.
Yeah, but 28, he's pretty big enough, right? So
and boxing in recent history is an old man's sport. It's not
exactly.
It's not really for the young guys right now. Like, the older guys are clearly dominating the sport right now. So I feel maybe Haye later on down the line, once he might have to get thrown into the pack of heavyweights to fight his way out of the pack to get above and beyond everybody else before he can dominate the division. But I think right now, because he was already champion at cruiserweight, they don't want to spend time easing him into the heavyweight division. They just want to be gung-ho and go straight for the top, which I think is a pretty big mistake.
his last opponent was Monty Barrett. What do you think about that one, man?
I mean, he looked good. He obviously he dominated Monty Barrett, but like I said, the biggest concern with David Haye is not his boxing skill or his punching power, because he has boxing skill, he can punch. It's his ability to take a punch, and you cannot be a heavyweight champion if you can't take a punch. Like Lennox Lewis was, knocked for not having a chin. His chin wasn't as bad as people think. Lennox was knocked out twice by 2 punches he didn't see. And in the Rockmine fight, he didn't look like he was in the best of shape anyway. He was out of shape, yeah. The fight against Oliver McCall, he wasn't having a bad night. He just didn't see the punch.
That was just a good punch.
Yeah,
that was a good punch. Yeah.
And anytime a heavyweight gets hit by a punch, they don't see. I don't care who you are, with the exception of maybe Mike Tyson, since he's never been knocked out by one punch. You get hit with a punch you don't see, you go down. And chances are in the heavyweight division, you're not going to get up. So in order to be an effective heavyweight and a world champion at heavyweight, you have to be able to take heavyweight punches, and I'm just not sure that David Haye can do that at this point.
Wow. Hey, so you're saying that I think you're
I like Klitschko midway stoppage.
Midway?
Midway stoppage. I don't see the fight lasting that long. Wow. Because of the punching power. I mean, Klitschko.
Hey, you got more faith in David Haye than myself, because I'm saying by the fourth round,
it could be.
We're looking at a straight beat up Haye. And I'm saying that Klitschko is going to dominate this guy.
I think Haye's boxing ability, and his defense isn't terrible. He has a pretty good defense. I think his defense will carry him for at least 3 rounds. I'll give him that. But I'm thinking once he gets caught with a good shot, which is inevitable given the way the Klitschko's fight behind their jab, they keep it out there in your face, and then next thing you know, the right hand is
coming, man. Look.
Then they pull the left jab out there and turn it into a hook. They're really mechanical in the way that they fight, and it's effective. So
it's going to be extremely effective against David Haye. So what I'm saying is, fans, I'm saying, David, it might be a very short night, so you better dust up on your acting.
Go fight Hasim Rahman before you go in the ring with one of those Klitschko boys. Get Chris Bird to move back up to heavyweight or something. Don't step in there with them. This is going to be a massacre, and we both agree on it. So, David Haye, good luck, and maybe good night. Wait until they retire and then capitalize on it.
Oh, great.